Let us go to Greg, Medford, Oregon, the great KCMX. Go!
Mark, delighted to speak with you, and I got to tell you, you are the only thing I listen to daily that gives me any kind of hope whatsoever.
Well, thank you. You're very kind.
On the rail.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mark, I'm working on an investigative piece out here. I have had members of the Forest Service and the BLM, recent former employees, come to me and expose just how big the electronic surveillance program on our public lands is. And what I really wanted to say is, you were talking about Harry Reid and the attack on the Kochs. Well, let's put a puzzle together. Let's show how everything that looks seemingly disconnected is actually intertwined. You have that. Neil Cornsey, the former chief of staff for Harry Reid, is the head of the BLM. He does not have a degree of any kind for land management, forestry, wildlife, anything. And on top of this, you have McDonald's announcing today they were purchasing 7,000 order-taking machines to replace human beings. At the same time, you have all of these poor, deluded fools out there trying to get the minimum wage raised. What does it all mean? Here's what it means. They are making a move to take us off the land so that we cannot produce on the land. They are pushing us out of employment to make us more dependent on the government. And if they can't get your job, they get your health care. And then they're going to try to isolate us to the cities where they feel like we can be more controlled. Look at everything that's out there, put the pieces together, and tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting. Your comments, your thought process there is actually not that unique. You know who talks like this and promotes these ideas? The radical environmentalists. They view zoning, they view the attack on the automobile, the attack on larger homes, single-family homes, the push for rail, public control of transportation, attacking individual mobility as a way, and they write about this. It's the degrowth movement of pushing more and more people into smaller and smaller areas so it's more efficient. So you're right. So government can manage it better and this, that, and the other. So you're not that far off, actually, because this is exactly the agenda of the hard left.
Well, and Sally Jewell, who is now the head of the Department of the Interior, who runs what? BLM and Bureau of Reclamation. She didn't get a degree in forestry either, but what she is a hardcore leftist and an extreme environmental activist.
All right, my friend, thank you for your call. Folks, this is not whacked out, goofy, conspiratorial stuff. I used to think it was. It's not. There is a movement, and a lot of it's coming out of the EPA, and many of it are in your local and state zoning boards and environmental entities as well. And the slow growth, no growth movements. We have degrowth movements, which I'll be talking about more down the road as I continue to compile research on them. But you'll see, and you have really stupid Republicans voting for this stuff. They don't even understand what's going on. Yes, we need more rail. Yes, we need more of this, we need more of that. Less roads. They want to limit your options, limit your mobility. There's the attack on the automobile, the attack on electricity, the attack on gas and oil. Why do you think they're attacking all those things? Because they're trying to manage us. They're trying to manage the environment. They're trying, people talk about go west, you can get 40 acres and so on. They don't want that. They don't want any of that. So smaller and smaller areas, more and more concentration of populations, less ability to use automobiles. I'm going to tell you something. This is going to sound crazy. I'm going to say it anyway because I really believe it's true. 20, 30, 40 years from now, they're going to limit how many automobiles you can have, what kind of automobiles you can have. I mean, that's why Obamacare is a disaster, because Obamacare has blown a hole so big into the United States Constitution that when Kennedy said and took it from Landmark Legal Foundation's brief that this changes the relationship of the citizen to the government. This is about much more than health care. What do I keep saying? Obamacare was a revolution. It must be repealed. It must be repealed because it's about more than health care. It's about our constitutional system. And if they can tell you what kind of health care you must buy, if they can tell you what kind of options you have in health care, guess what? When it comes to the environment, one day, they're going to tell you what kind of automobile you can have or how many automobiles you can have. Want to hear the next one? They're going to tell you what size home you can have. I am not kidding, because a hole was blown through the Constitution that is so massive that unless this law is repealed and unless we fix what's been done, they've got this power now. And slowly but surely, this is what's going to happen. No, I'm not crazy. Think it through. Think it through. Fundamentally transform America. That's exactly what they've done. It's already been fundamentally transformed with Obamacare, among other things. This is no joke. It's serious. This is why I have no stomach for people who run for office, get into high office, lie to us, and just act like it's no big deal. It is a big deal.